I don't know how or what to feel. I understand why she did it and I'm not mad. Posted by ThrowAwapes5601. If you like these stories and want to see more, please like and subscribe. My ex and I have been close friends for the last 4 years. She had a lot of issues from her childhood. Her brother raped her, she was put in foster care and was put with an abusive family. She ran away from stealing a car she went to juvenile for. She has an ex-husband that while they were together, raped and beat her for trying to enlist in the army. She got pregnant with a boy. She left him after having the kid. Her son meant the world to her and was the only thing that kept her grounded. The last half year, she and I started dating, and it was amazing. I tried to be as supportive as possible, and we started planning to move in together. She started going to trauma therapy and began to come to terms with everything that had happened before. Again, I tried to be as supportive as I could without pushing the topic. Well, that changed when her biological mom told her she was divorcing her stepdad. She took her son to go stay with her mom for a few weeks to help her through everything. She lived a few states away, and I work full-time, and I'm finishing my master's this spring, so I had to stay here. While she was there, her ex-husband found out, waited for her mom to leave for work and broke in and assaulted her. She got him off of her and pressed charges, but after that, she began to grow distant. I tried everything I could think of. I sent flowers, called multiple times daily. I planned a 2-week-long vacation from work to go up and be with them over the winter break. I know now she had a mental breakdown and cheated on me with a high school friend who came back from deployment. He pressured her into it, and she lied to me about a week later, saying she couldn't handle a relationship at the moment. Things devolved from there, and we cut contact with each other. After that point, she went further down and started using heroin, dropped out of school and started a job as a stripper, stopped going to therapy, and I found out from mutual friends that she lost custody of her son and committed suicide other days. So now I'm here with everything going through my head, blaming myself for all of it happening. I wasn't there for her because I thought she would be okay. After the assault, I started blaming myself for not being there to prevent it. Had I been, then she would still be here, her son would have his mother that cared for him with every fiber of her being, and this sounds selfish, but I would still have my best friend and the person that made getting up every morning easy. I go to bed now, and it just feels empty. I would give anything just to feel her laying on me, breathing softly on my chest until my arm falls asleep again, but it's never going to happen, and I have to live with knowing she spent her last days in pain, thinking I hated her. And now for the top comments. None of this is your fault. You did what you could to be supportive. When someone is in a crap/shame spiral, there is little you can do, especially when drugs like heroin are involved. As difficult as this is, you may want to consider therapy to see that you are not responsible for what happened. You sound like you cared a lot, and I'm sure she knew that. What if? Will kill you. You can ask yourself a million questions, but the fact is, you'll never know. Is it possible for you to have saved her? Yes, but it's also possible nothing would have changed despite your efforts. And what about her family and friends? Not one person who was around could be counted on? Were you the only one? Several hours away? I suggest counseling for you for your grief. I hope one day you'll realize you did what you could, but ultimately, it was her choice, not yours. Take care of yourself. Absolutely none of what happened to her was your fault. No matter if it was you or another person, she would have taken the same path. Focus on getting yourself grounded. And now for our next story. My boyfriend won't delete/won't stop talking to this girl. Posted by Stoner, Queenie420. My boyfriend has this girl on his phone, who I'm uncomfortable with him talking to. Because he has gone to her to talk crap about me, talked to her about her thoughts about us getting a kitten, before talking to me. I've seen the way he acts in front of her. Flirtatious? I've asked him multiple times to delete her, and it's always a big argument, and he never does. Asks me why I feel threatened by her. I told him why and he completely ignored me. He told me blocked and deleted her and found out last night that's not true. She is also the type of her to be a homewrecker. He always hides his phone, I'm never allowed on it, and he has also deleted their text messages before. Lots of times, I'm so confused and hurt and upset. Because whenever I bring this up, it's a fight, and I get blamed for cheating. Or doing something on him. Please, I need thoughts or anything. I'm literally breaking on the inside. We live together, have a baby together, and have been together little over a year. And now for the top comments. Why are you even bothering? The sooner you drop this loser, the sooner you can start functioning as a reasonable person again. All these feelings for toxic people get you all bent out of shape, and you put up with the behavior you never would be. You not in your feelings. Seriously, snap out of it and move on. He shouldn't blame you for cheating after addressing this concern. It's one thing to set boundaries in a relationship. Over just a boyfriend who doesn't respect boundaries, I would dump 10 times. If his reasoning is you're just a girlfriend, I'm going to do ABC/whatever I want with no consequences, your reasoning should be he's just a boyfriend, I'm going to do XYZ. If he can't respect you to the point you're a serious boyfriend/girlfriend, there's literally no point in being with this guy. He's never going to take you seriously. You need to respect yourself to move forward. Break up with him and kick him out. The earlier, the better. You need to work on yourself and need to learn how to love yourself and raise your son. And you are still young and have time to reinvent your life and your son's. If you put up with his behavior now, it will only get worse, trust me. Especially when he realizes you are staying with him, hoping he will change, then crap will get worse, and I'm sure you don't want your son to grow up in such an environment. And now for our next story. I don't know if I should leave my boyfriend. Posted by Unknown Envy. I, 19F, am currently dating my partner 20 meters. I met him my junior year of high school and started dating him my senior year of high school. He tried super hard to get with me, and while we were talking and even months in the relationship, I would disrespect him a lot. No, I never cheated on him, and be rude because I was having a lot of problems of my own. I know he did not deserve that, and I apologize all the time for my behavior and feel so bad looking back at it. He was always so patient with me and treated me so well regardless. Our relationship got super great around 3 months, and I loved everything about it. I started falling for him super hard and loved being in love. We would have sex almost every day, and we had agreed to stop watching porn. About 6 months into the relationship, he left to work in a different state and we started doing long distances. It became super hard, and we argued a lot. We would only see each other like every other month. But when we would see each other, it was amazing, and I would love it so much. The relationship was like that for a year. The last month of his year-long work trip, I had visited him for his birthday, and one of those days, I decided to snoop around his Apple Watch. He'd never given me a reason to do anything like that, but I had a gut feeling to do so for a couple of months. I looked at his Apple Watch messages and found text messages between him and the sex workers. He would just ask for their menu and what they offered, and sometimes pictures of them. I was crushed, of course. When I confronted him about it, he swore he had not met up with any of them and that he was doing this because he had a porn addiction that he was hiding from me. I believed he didn't meet up with them because, in the messages, there were no signs of that, but the porn addiction excuse sounded like BS to me. I know he just wanted to cheat on me. However, I was willing to forgive this. A week or so later, he admitted to meeting up with one sex worker and getting a hand job from her. I feel so betrayed, and I truly don't know what to do. We are still together, but we both know I have not forgiven him. I do not know what to do. He has always treated me so well. He has never wronged me, never disrespected me, until now. He swears he would never do it again. I want to leave him, but when I am with him, I want to stay with him no matter what. I've never loved anyone as I've loved him, and I am just having such a hard time. I am afraid to start over with someone else and get cheated on again. Part of me believes he deserves a second chance, and part of me is telling me to run. What do you think? What would you do in my situation? And now for the top comments. Coming from a 21-year-old that just left a 6-year relationship last month after my ex got a girl pregnant, I would recommend you to leave. I know your situation isn't as extreme, but cheating is cheating regardless. You are only 19 and still young. It's not like you are in a marriage or have kids, which make it harder to let go. If you stay with him after he cheated on you, you did not only lose some respect towards yourself, but he will as well, and he will hold it as permission to cheat on you again. You deserve better. Dump him and find someone better. You're 19, the last thing you should be worried about is if you will find some else. You're a female with lots of opportunities out there. If you end up staying with him, there will come a time when you, as in yourself, will get tried, and you will look back at what he did to you and use that as an excuse to do the same thing to him, and that will be a lot more to deal with than just to end it. No. What's your say on this? Do you have a similar story? Comment below, and don't forget to like and subscribe.